welcome back to my class. Students, in the previous class, we have started to know about the coordination in the plants. So, when I started coordination in the plants, you all have understood about the movement of the plants, correct? Under movement of plants, what all you have understood? You have understood the tropic movement as well as the nastic movement. And we also have understood the different types of tropic movements seen in the plants with respect to the stimulus. Okay, so in this session, now let us understand the coordination in the plants with respect to the hormones. You all have heard about the word called hormones. How can we define the hormones? See, the hormones are defined as the chemical messengers. What does mean by chemical messengers? They release the chemicals. Hormones, they release the chemicals inside the body of the multicellular organism. Inside the body of the multicellular organism. And these chemical messengers, they travel slower compared to electrical impulses. Because we have seen the coordination in the animals as electrical impulses that was traveling very faster. The signals was traveling very faster. Correct. Whereas when I talk about the coordination with respect to the chemicals, the hormones releases the chemicals and the chemicals diffuses inside the body of the multicellular organism. It may be a plant or an animal. Say the travel slower. Okay. The diffusion of chemicals takes place slower compared to the electrical impulses. Okay, you all got an idea what are hormones. Hormones are called as the chemical messengers. Okay, so in the human we call it as hormones. When I talk about the plant hormones, we call the plant hormones as the phytohormones. Plant hormones are also called as the phytohormones. In the human beings it is called, or in the animals generally we call it as hormones, but in the plants we call it as phytohormones or plant hormones. It is also called as the growth regulators. Hormones in the plants are called as the growth regulators. Clear? You got an idea, right? Why do we call it as the phytohormones? So now, these plant hormones are two types. The first one is the growth promoter and the second one is the growth inhibitor. When I say growth promoter, promoter means what? It is promoting something. It is helping the plant's growth. Hence, we call such type of hormones as the growth promoter. We call it as growth promoter because they are helping the plant's development, for the plants to grow. Okay, hence we call it as growth promoter. So when I talk about the growth inhibitor, it is making the plant's growth to stop. In various aspects, they are making the plant's growth to stop. Hence, we call such type of growth as the growth inhibitor. The hormones which is responsible for the inhibiting the growth of the plant, we call it as the growth inhibitor. Clear? What is growth promoter and what is growth inhibitor? So now under growth promoter, we are going to study about the three growth promoters. The first one is the auxin, next gibberellin and the cytokinin. Okay, auxins, gibberellins and cytokinins are the three growth, they are considered to be the three growth promoters which are present in the plants. Okay, now let us understand the function of each growth promoter. Okay, so when I talk about the auxin, auxin is synthesized at the shoot tips of the plant. Auxin is synthesized. It is synthesized at the shoot tips of the plant. Then what is the function of the auxin? See, auxin, it helps in the cell elongation. It promotes the cell division. It helps the cells to grow longer. Auxin, it helps the cells to grow longer. It also helps in promoting the cell division. So, there is something which you have to understand about the auxin. See, when I just draw here a plant, okay. See, for example, if the plant is focusing towards the sunlight, if the sunlight is just directly focusing towards the plant, what happens? The auxin will synthesize in this region. I told you that auxin will synthesize at the shoot tips of the plant. So, as a result of this, what happened? The cell division takes place. It promotes the cell division. It also makes the cells to grow longer. As a result of this, the plants also grow longer. Okay, but when the direction of sunlight changes. When the direction of sunlight, now the sunlight was directly focusing on the shoot tip of the plant. If the direction of the sunlight changes towards this region or this region, it may be towards any direction. If it is towards this direction, what happens? See, as the direction of sunlight changes, what happens? The auxins start to diffuse. The auxins start to diffuse, and what happens? The shoot tips start to bend towards the direction of the sun. The shoot tip, it start to bend towards the direction of the sun. Why? Because see, as the direction of the sunlight changes, the accumulation means storage. The accumulation of the what? The auxins start to accumulate in this area. Okay, as the auxin is starting to accumulate in this area, what happens? The more amount of cells start to grow in this region. See, for example, if something is kept on my right hand, what happens? If the pressure increases, what will I do? I just bend towards my left side. Correct? So, if something is kept more on my left side, I just try to bend on my right side, because what happens? The weight increases. Similarly, what happens? As the cells grow more in number in one particular site or one particular region, what happens? So, especially what happens when sunlight is focusing this side, the shady part of the plant, what happens? It starts to accumulate more number of cells. The auxin diffuses more in this region. As a result of this, what happens? The plant try to focus or bend towards the sunlight, because here what happens? The cells start to accumulate more in number. Okay, as a result of that, what happens? The plant start to bend towards the direction of the sunlight. This is what you have to understand, how the auxin will diffuse. Clear? So you have understood, right? What is the function of auxin? What is the function of auxin? The auxin, it is synthesized at the shoot tips, and it helps in cell elongation. What happens now? When the cells start to increase in its number in one particular direction, what happened there? So here what happened? See, as I told you that when the direction of the sunlight changes, what happened? The shoot tip bend. What happened? Here the cells start to elongate because the number of cell increases. As a result, what happened? As a result of cell elongation, the shoot tip of the plant is focusing towards the sunlight. Hope you all have understood. Okay? No doubt, right? Okay. So now this is how the auxin will help for the stem to elongate by what is that? Increase in the number of cell inside the shoot. So now moving to the next hormone, that is the gibberellins, or it is also called as gibberellins. So what is the function of gibberellins? See, these gibberellins, they help in the growth of the stem as well as the fruits. So gibberellin, it stimulates some kind of chemicals inside the plants, so that help in the growth of the stem of the plant. It helps in the growth. How do they grow? You know, they grow in the size. Thickness of the plant increases. So when the gibberellin increases in the concentration, what happens? The size of the stem increases, the thickness of the stem increases, and it also helps in the growth of the fruit. Okay, so moving to next hormone, which is called as the cytokinin. See, both cytokinin and auxin, they work together. Cytokinin and auxin, they work together. So they help in the promotion of cell division. Both, see, in the case of auxin also I wrote promotion of cell division, and cytokinin also I wrote the promotion of cell division. They promote cell division. They both work together. Auxin and cytokinin, they both work together. Okay. So cytokinin also helps in the promotion of cell division. Apart from that, if the cytokinin is found in the greater concentration in one particular region, especially in the fruits, what happened, or in that particular region, what happened, the rapid cell division takes place. Okay, if cytokinin, if it is found in the greater concentration, means it is found in the more amount. If it is found in the more amount, what happened, the rapid cell division is seen in the areas of fruits and as well as the seeds. So these functions are very important. They will ask in the examination. Definitely they will ask in the examination. Growth. The plant hormones are very important. All the plant hormones are very important. Clear? So moving to the next, that is growth inhibitor. As the name says that inhibitor, it is inhibiting the growth of the plant. That means it is making the plant's growth to stop. It is making the plant's growth to stop. Hence we call it as the growth inhibitor. So now when I talk about the growth inhibitor, the example is the abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is the plant hormone. It is the plant hormone which is helping the plant's growth to stop. So how? By wilting of leaves and wilting of flowers, fruits as well as the branches. So you know that sometimes what happens, as the leaves dry, what happens, the leaves just fall off from the trees or the plants wherever they get dried up. Even the branches, when they dry, they fall down. Even the flowers, they just fall down when they dry. So who is making it to dry? Who is making it to turn to age? That is aging. We call it as aging. Because the flower, once it turns to aging, what happens? It will get dried up. Its age finishes. As its age finishes, what happens? It starts to dry up. As a result of that, what happens? The plant is inhibiting the growth in that particular region with the help of the abscisic acid. Clear? Are you feeling difficult? No, right? See, simple. Abscisic acid is inhibiting the growth. It is making the parts of the plants to dry off and to fall off. That's all. Keep this simple sentence in your mind. Okay, and one more thing I would like to tell you that I would like to add one more growth inhibitor here, that is the ethylene. It is not in your 10th standard textbook. I would like to add here, especially in the state textbook, it is not there. See, ethylene is also one of the growth inhibitor. What do ethylene do? See, ethylene helps the fruits to ripen. They make the fruits to ripen, especially the banana you have observed, right? When we bring the raw banana and keep it in one particular place for 1 or 2 days, you could observe that it starts to change its color. It starts to ripen. Who is helping to do this? The ethylene. Why? Because ethylene is found in the gaseous state. Ethylene is found in the gaseous state and it helps the fruit to ripen. It helps in aging. So this is also considered as one of the growth inhibitor. Clear? Hope you all have understood the functions of the plant hormones. I am telling you once again, the plant hormones are very important. They are very, very important. So in examination they will ask, so plant hormones, which are the plant hormones? Auxin, gibberellins, cytokinins and the abscisic acid, which is given in your textbook. These 4 is given in your textbook. Functions you have to understand. Auxins, they are synthesized in the root tips. They help in cell elongation. They also help in the cell division. They also promotes the cell division. They'll make the cells to grow longer. Okay. So now gibberellins, they make the stems to grow. They help in the growth of the stem, especially thickness. Also they help in growth of the fruit. Okay. So next, cytokinin also, it helps in the promotion of cell division. Right, and they are seen in the higher concentration in the areas where the rapid cell division is taken place, especially in the areas of fruit, seeds and so on. Okay, so moving to growth inhibitor, the last one we studied was the abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is stopping the growth of the plant. Okay, so as well as it helps in wilting of leaves, flowers, fruits and the branches of the plants. Most probably what you have to remember is it stops the growth of the plant. Okay, and ethylene, obviously I told it helps in the aging and the ripening. Hope you all have understood about the plant hormones. Okay, so in next session, we will understand about ourselves. That means we will understand about the hormones in the humans. So that will be more interesting than the plant hormones. When we start to know more about ourselves, obviously we will be having more concentration towards what is happening inside our body, right? So in the next session, let us start understanding about the hormones, what is the role of the hormones, which are the hormones present in our body. I hope you could understand everything, whatever I taught you in this session. So, and that's all for this session. I'm signing off. Thank you.